All right, so here's today's do now. For the open interval negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, if big F of x is the integral from 0 to sine x of dt over square root of 1 minus t squared, then f prime of x is what? Pause the video, give it a try, and then check your answer against your group mates. See if you get the same thing. If you need confirmation on what the answer is, feel free to message me and I will send that your way. All right, so here's our final lesson of the unit. If f is continuous and the integral of f of x from 1 to 8 with respect to x is 15, find the integral from 1 to 2 of x squared f of x cubed dx. All right, so first thing I notice is that there is a function inside another function. So for me, that triggers the recognition that this is a u substitution situation. So I'm going to let u be x cubed. And then I'm going to find the derivative of u with respect to x. So du dx is 3x squared, or equivalently, du is 3x squared dx. Now note here we have x squared and dx, but we do not have 3, so I'm going to divide the 3 to the other side. So I have 1/3 du is x squared dx. So we can then say the integral from 1 to 2 x squared f of x cubed dx is the integral. And then note x squared dx is going to become 1/3, and du, because 1/3 is a constant, I'm going to pull it in the front of the integral. And then f of x cubed will become f of u. Now, note here, the original bounds were 1 and 2, but because we're doing a u substitution, we're going to change them to be in terms of u. So this lower bound, 1, becomes 1 cubed, or 1, and the upper bound becomes 2 cubed, or 8. Now that's helpful. All right, so this is helpful because now it's mathematically equivalent to the original expression shown here. The integral from 1 to 8 f of x dx is 15. This variable here, u versus x, it has no relevance on the value. So we know here this is going to be 1/3 of 15, or 5. And we're done. All right, example 2. If f is continuous and the integral of f of x from 1 to 6 with respect to x is 12, what is the value of f of 6 minus x from 0 to 6 with respect to x? So similar to the last one, I see that there is a function inside of another function. So I'm going to let that be my u. I take the derivative, and I get the derivative of 6 is 0, and the derivative of negative x is negative 1. So I get that du is negative dx, or negative du is dx. So then I can take my integral from 0 to 6, f of 6 minus x. I can change out the dx to be a negative du, and I can change out the 6 minus x to be a u, so I have f of u. The bounds are originally in terms of x. I'm going to put them in terms of u. So the first one becomes 6 minus 0, or 6, and the other one becomes 6 minus 6, or 0. Now, we know previously that when the bounds are reversed, that we can flip the integral, but it flips the sign as well. So this will then become a positive integral from 0 to 6 f of u du. Now, in noticing that this is not a matching the original, I'm assuming that there's a typo here. So let's just modify this to make sure it works. So I'm gonna make this here 0 to 5, and then that will modify um, this so that the upper bound here then becomes 1 instead, and then when we flip it, our lower bound becomes 1. So let's just make that assumption that there was a typo. And then we see here the integral from 1 to 6 is 12, so then our answer is just 12. All right, example 3. Selected values of the twice differentiable function g are given in the table below. What is the value for the integral from 0 to 4 g prime of x sine of 2g of x minus 1? Once again, I can see that there's a function inside. So we'll let that be our u. Let u be 2g of x minus 1. Then du dx is 2g prime of x. And then the minus 1 disappears because the derivative of 1 is 0. So then du is 2g prime of x, or 1 half du, dx, or 1 half du is 2, apologies, is g prime of x dx. Now using that, we're going to get the integral from 0 to 4 g prime of x sine of 2g of x minus 1 dx is equal to, and now note the g prime of x dx becomes 1 half du, and the sine of 2g of x minus 1 becomes sine of u. Our lower bound was 0, but it's going to become 2g of 0 minus 1. G of 0 is 4, so 2 times 4, 8 minus 1 is 7. And our upper bound is 4, so g of 4 is 12. 2 times 12 is 24, minus 1 is 23. So then we'll do our antiderivative of sine, which is negative cosine, and then we have 7 to 23. So our answer is negative 1 half cosine of 23 minus a negative 1 half cosine of 7, and we'll leave our answer like that, or maybe change this to a plus here in the middle, but this will come out irrational, decimal, so we'll leave it be. All right, so I'm going to put up a couple of problems on the screen, and I want you to discuss with your group members or a partner, or think about it yourself. Which method would you use to integrate of all the methods we've learned? Pause the video, think about it. All right, this one is fundamental theorem of calculus. Long division. Complete the square. Use substitution. Long division. Technology. All right. You should have done part A yesterday, so go ahead and work on part B right now of your Unit 6 personal progress check. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good day.